What does this, and this have in common? Well, they are all items used in Hive PvP in Skywars and Treasure Wars mostly, but they are also considered OP items. Here's what I mean by that. For example, the Snowballs are very much used around the Hive PvP scene, and they are very useful for starting combos just like this, and also very useful for knock people up into the air like this. Snowballs are definitely a lifesaver as well when you are running away from a sweat and you have to get away. So when you push them back with snowballs, you have a bit more extra time to try and outwit them in that fight. Up next is the Knockback Boombox. The Knockback Boombox is particularly useful when you are in a combo. For example, just like right here, I'm currently being comboed up in the air, and eventually I use the Knockback Boombox to get away from the combo and get away from the player. Another use for these Knockback Boomboxes is to jump from island to island in Hive Skywars. It's particularly useful, especially when you're running away from people and trying to get to the middle as quickly as possible. Another thing that is very OP in the Hive PvP scene is bow spamming. Now of course, bow spamming doesn't always guarantee you the win, but a lot of people sometimes do bow spamming just so they can deal a lot of damage to their enemy. And especially when their enemy isn't wearing enough armor, bows do so much damage that you can literally die just by bow spamming. Another item that you might have not considered another use for is the Autobridger. Yes, the Autobridger's main use is to bridge from island to island without placing any blocks. But something else they can do, or I would call auto-bridge trapping, is when you run away from a player, you build up 2 blocks and then you place an auto-bridger just like this, and they get trapped inside the concrete blocks, and you can just push them off without any worry at all. Now in this fight you can see that I am currently fighting another hopefully sweat player, and losing a considerable amount of damage due to his sword. Now something that is very useful and sort of OP in my opinion is the Spell of Life. As you can see, I'm about to use the Spell of Life about right now just to replenish my hearts, and it's very useful for PvP, especially when you're in a tough situation and you can't gapple up. So I would recommend using it, and again, it is definitely an OP item. And finally, one of the most OP items, and some people consider it a broken item, is the Knockback Nemo. I don't think Knockback Nemo needs any further introduction other than just it being so OP. But then again, also you don't get it at every single emerald ore, so that kind of balances out things. But as you can see, the Knockback Nemo can be used greatly and efficiently if used correctly. All of these items are greatly useful during your fights in Hive Treasure Wars and Hive Skywars, and I would really much recommend them. Just try not to spam or abuse them too much. A lot of people do get mad over some of these items, more so the Knockback Nemo, due to the fact that sometimes they consider it broken, and no, they're not broken at all. I can tell you right now. They're useful in PvP as to gain an upper advantage if you are less skilled in PvP against a sweat player. If there are any more items that I have missed in this video, please do leave down a comment in the description below. Although this video may be outdated, I believe I've covered every single OP item that there is currently available on the Hive. With the newfound knowledge of these OP items, I recommend clicking through and watching this video. You might enjoy this too. Also, make sure you guys subscribe, and thank you for 500 subscribers. See you all next time. Thanks for watching.